Hey, Pat here again with the Idiots with Internet, hanging out with my good buddy AJ. AJ, how you doing this great day?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Unfortunately, a lot of people are dying, but fortunately, I love a good funeral. How about you, Pat?
There's nothing like an attractive woman wearing a black dress, So I gotta say, a lot like Wedding Crashers, that movie got a little dark towards the end, but there's something to be said about the grieving widow. They don't want
Yeah.
to be alone.
You know,
I get
it's
that.
also,
Yeah.
it's also you get to maybe see some people you haven't seen in a long time,
Oh,
maybe
right.
collect
Yeah.
some debt, also make nonsense plans. Oh yeah, yeah, we'll catch up.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
You get to do that, like, fake, I'm gonna do stuff with you kind of deal. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh, of
that's fun,
course.
right?
Yeah, we'll go out. We'll get breakfast sometime soon. Oh, yeah. It's been forever. That's not gonna happen. You know it. I know it. But let's just say it anyways.
Yeah. And also feasting on the tears of the innocent. I mean, let's be honest. In the satanic church that we're both in, it's one of the ways to gain what is it? Like what do you guys call it? I'm new, so
Um, I just call it essence. The
yeah,
little
you get
part
the
that makes
essence.
people special. You get to
Yeah, it's
suck a little bit
hilarious.
of that away from them. Yeah, it's nice because you bring a handkerchief and you just let people soak up their tears with it, and you bring it home and you wring it out into a small glass, add a little
You
bit of
sell it
blood.
to witches on eBay.
Oh, not even. I just consume it myself. Oh, that's
Well,
why I
not
feel
even
so
because
vitalized.
no such thing as a witch, and also, um, I mean, make money, right?
Make
Sell it on
money.
eBay.
Yeah, I also farts. I sell farts in jars too. It's been really going off.
Do
Amaranth,
you?
yeah,
No,
Amaranth was
you don't.
totally on it. She knows what's up. Yep.
Dude, it was funny. I was listening to a podcast of ours from the past. I don't know, episode 20 or some shit like that. And I was like, oh, okay. What the fuck did Pat say there? And that was what you said, amaranth.
Yeah.
What is this? And then I looked it up.
Oh yeah, you did. You
And,
dirty dog.
and
You
dude,
yeah.
it's on Twitch. And this chick is
Yeah.
making fuckloads of money just licking fake ears on the internet, which
Yeah.
is super weird.
Yeah. She makes like
Super weird.
I think she makes a few $1 million a month. She said between like her different subscription services and like ways that she gets
So
paid.
so
Yeah.
so here's the thing, right? Like, hear me out.
She looks like what, Jessica Rabbit? Isn't that what it
Who
is?
cares? Who cares?
Who
That's
cares?
fine and all, right?
Me and my little friend
We're
here.
in it. We're in an age now where eventually all that's gonna go bye bye because
Yeah.
there's gonna be deep fakes. There's gonna be whatever
Oh,
you want, like
absolutely.
virtual.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's beside the point. What's weird is okay. We've got a homeless problem. We've got debt. We've got all these things, and there's all these people. And what's the main thing they have in common? Well, they have the internet. And what's the main thing people really go on the internet for? Porn,
Born.
I guess,
Yeah.
mostly. So, like, if we can stop these people from licking ears and making millions of dollars, maybe, just maybe, we can justify less taxes for normal working class citizens and fix problems. Because, I mean, just think about how much money there's going to war and stuff like that. That's fine, whatever. Okay, cool. It sucks, but we don't have any choice in that. But also think about how much money went to Bad Baby on her OnlyFans last year or this year. What is it, 50 million in a month or some shit? Dude, what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's a way that people want to like give money. No one wants to
Like,
like give money to make the roads better. But
I
if,
see
if
why
but if I have to
Elon
pay
Musk.
$7.77 to see that chick put this thing inside of her, man, I'll pay that twice over. Do it twice, baby. Versus,
That's
yeah,
the thing too. I've been listening to other podcasts, and she doesn't show like it's nothing like that. It's like modeling. So,
yeah,
like what people call is like tasteful nudes. So you're wearing like lingerie and stuff like that, but not doing anything crazy. But still, dude, what is going on? Like, and the fact that we're talking about this while there's a potential genocide going on in Ukraine. I don't know if we want to say genocide, but Jesus Christ, the world's on fire, Pat. Is it not?
Well, I mean, technically, some of it is, but not like the whole thing.
Well, yeah, some of it's always on fire. I mean,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, California, you can just they know how to party, but I,
California.
I, I talked with my father earlier for like an hour this morning, and
Yeah, your
he,
dad is Santa Claus reincarnated, by the
yeah,
way.
but he's very
So
negatively,
wisdomatic and awesome.
yeah, he's over dramatic a lot of times when it comes to like the news, and he thinks that the world's all sorts of
I
screwed.
fucking love that.
Whereas, like, I'm kind of an optimist. I think that things are going to work themselves out because they're really not that bad. Realistically, this is the best time ever to be alive.
Dude,
I mean, when
I
people
mean,
hear
you're
that,
right. You're right.
I mean,
You're right.
I was watching a video of this guy, Sunnyside, right? He was in Africa in a Maasai village. Now, he's from, like, Detroit.
Yeah, the Maasai. Those people use cow piss to bleach their hair
And he was, like, drinking blood with
in
them and stuff.
Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do all kinds of crazy
Oh,
shit. Like,
absolutely. Yeah,
they
yeah.
bathe in cow piss. They live on the desert. They
Yeah.
live around cows. They drink cow blood for.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really drink water. Like, it's weird. They're super cool
Yeah.
and super friendly, right? And like they want you to have sex with their people and stuff. Like they offer you the woman at night when you come to visit and shit. Like, but anyways, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
to be able to
Most tribes do.
like click on the internet and see that someone from the middle of nowhere has gone to like the other side of the world, had these experiences, recorded these videos, and there was never an ability for someone to do that in the past, and for it to be something that you're able to.
Are you talking about tracking these people?
Huh?
Are you talking about tracking these people?
No, no. I mean, like the fun of being able to go on a crazy vacation like that, to take a trip and see a whole other side of the world. You know, not
Dude,
just not just
what I wanna
physically,
do
but like the
is
way that people live.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how the Maasai live. I want to then have like an Apple AirTag and insert it into one of their, I don't know,
Butts,
or well, orifice,
horrify.
or perhaps a gauge. You know, like people have ear gauges, or I don't think the Maasai do that, but you know, just kind of clip it or shove it inside of a cow or something, or just trick them into being, or
No,
not trick them.
it's not
but
even like that
now I'm
because
sounding. It's
so
getting worse.
so
I just want to
the
go on a vacation and track a tribe. So when I come home, I have something to look forward to again when I come back. Like,
So
oh,
that's
look how far they went.
what's pretty crazy is that in the villages I saw this guy go to, almost everybody had a cell phone.
That's
So like you'd see,
fucking wild. And I
yeah,
guess it makes sense though because one, Starlink, and two,
Yeah.
it's 2022, and
Well, that's what I
Starlink
mean.
is just a new thing, but
Yeah.
still, there's other ways to get.
yeah. So like
You know,
when
out there.
I was in Vietnam, I downloaded
Vietnam.
yeah, when I was in Nam, I downloaded the entire Vietnamese language into a Google Translate doc so that I could just use my phone, and my old phone, my Galaxy S7. So I could
Yeah, so
I
you
could
would like pick a word.
No,
highlight it,
no. I would hit the microphone and just speak into my phone, and it would just translate it into Vietnamese text, and I could show that, or I could hit the play out loud, and it would just read it in Vietnamese out loud.
Aren't there? I mean, that's sick. But aren't there now apps where you can have someone talk into your phone? It'll pick up the language and then
Yeah.
kind of translate
Oh,
it,
absolutely.
talk it back.
There's text
And
conversion.
that was what? 2 years ago you went to Nam, or how many years ago was
Oh, that was 5 years ago, maybe longer
that?
at
Wow,
this
I'm
point.
stuck in this like 2 year cycle.
Yeah.
I
And
think
now
everything was 2 years ago.
I've already messed around with text conversion stuff, so you can hold up your phone and like you're taking a picture of a menu and it's all written in Chinese.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
it
I've
just
seen that.
boom. And
I've done that a bunch here. It's
whereas like
I
you know, my dad thinks this is the worst time ever. Oh my God, everything's going to hell. Oh, we're cutting down the forests and stuff. Yeah,
you gotta
some
realize,
shit's
man,
wrong, but like,
I mean, he's tech savvy.
yeah,
He
yeah.
had like a CV and was talking to people all around the world and shit. And he helped design military sandbags.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to edit that out. But
Yeah, whatever.
you know, he's a he played an important role in his life and he accomplished a lot of things. And I think the way he views technology is supposed to be like the way he's done it, and that's super cool. Like it's honorable. It's something you do, like using tech to figure out how to better things, right? Instead of using tech to track the Messiah, like I would do, like go on vacation and track
I would
the
just,
Messiah.
I would just
I
be
could see
like,
that's why he says it's kind of shitty how everyone's taking advantage of the super awesome thing we have.
yeah. Oh, I think he's just like worried about the way that the environment is changing so drastically and quickly.
That too, man.
The relocation of humans is a huge issue that people are dealing with.
Yeah.
Where are people gonna go? That's a big problem.
And I think it's now time to talk about, and we won't get fucking canceled or demonetized because, hey, one, we're not famous, but COVID.
Oh, yeah, right?
It was such bullshit how everyone had their own way of doing it, and certain places were bullshit. Like, you couldn't do anything. You had to be on a mask. Certain, like, a state over or a country over, which could be sharing a border. Like, people can come over. The border was still open sometimes. It was ridiculous. And, like, people blew it up on social media and, like, tried to make it worse than what it was. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's not relevant, but I feel like I understand, like, why your dad might say, okay, this is kind of the worst time we're living in because we've got the best things, yes, what you say, and we're living in this, like, people live longer now. But also, there are shitty people who live longer. And there are people who are just as smart as us who want to put evil out there and fuck with people, hackers, all this dumb shit.
There's also just like grandmas that live longer, just everybody living longer.
Awesome.
Scientists
the majority
living longer.
Now, like, you think of it too, like kids. Like kids are being brought up with a phone in their hand, essentially. Like I saw it when I was 20. I saw people who were having kids, like they were kind of, I don't want to say it's a bad thing because I don't know what it is. It might be really good because maybe that's the way civilization's going now, more tech-based, so it's good that your kids are...
I don't know if it's good or bad. Shit. It's just different.
But, dude, yeah, it is different. I don't know. Like, I can understand why your dad would have his theory, like, this is the worst time to be.
Yeah, but also,
and
like...
I can also see yours. Where it's like, this is really the best. And
he can go on Amazon and he can order himself, like, a high-class vibrating pocket pussy sent to him from the other side of the world. And then he can put in, like... fresh, top-tier Boabab lotion into it, and then he can jerk off to, like, hot chicks on the internet at, like,
this is where...
like, I mean,
this is where you and your dad differ, I'm sure, because, like, your dad owns bees, and he has, like, a property.
Yeah.
And, like, he grew up during Nam and shit or whatever, potential draft bullshit, like, he did a lot of interesting things.
Yeah, but do you think he's not banging his hand?
Well, sure, he's fucking the five fingers, but I mean, dude, he's not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get a suck machine or develop a suck machine.
I don't know how much you talk to my dad, but he would just like But so about Nicolas Cage, this guy over here, I'm telling you what. I swear this is going to be like a running theme in our podcast. That'll be our switch. So, about Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. No, that guy fucking sucks, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I go back to the Robot Chicken sketch where it's a whole bunch of professors in like a big college thing and this guy's premiering his robot and somebody just stands up and they're like, "Can you fuck it?" And he goes, "What?"
Yes.
And he says, "Can you fuck it?" And he says, "No." And everybody just gets up and leaves. It's like, man, I was just watching this thing on the Disney animation team, like the people who make the robots and stuff behind the scenes. Yo, we are not very far away from a robot you can fuck, and it'll do the work.
Yeah, but dude, I'm not participating in that in any way, shape, or form. I'll observe for a few years until the kinks and hammers.
That's a great point.
Kinks and are,
you don't want to be the first person to buy an electric toothbrush.
Then maybe if I'm single and I've become detached from normal society, which I guess is going to happen anyways, because as a famous person in the West The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia said.
Oh,
The old
Jesus.
grandma there said, "Drugs and computers are gonna take over the world."
Yo, she's
And God
absolutely
damn
right.
it, she's right.
100%. Yeah, for sure. Well,
I
drugs
mean,
were already running the world at that point too. It's just they
well,
didn't
yeah,
have
and that's
computers.
now computers are the drug, and that's what's kind of scary. Like,
Along
I
with
see
drugs.
it in people that I meet. I see it in friends that I know. Like
Don't
the
forget though,
difference in them.
drugs are also the drug.
No, man, it's a different kind of glazed over look in the eye. It's almost like
Yeah.
someone who hadn't had sex in 5 years, and they've been ridiculed by society, and now they have the internet and they can become a troll. And that's kind of where that becomes the name, the troll, the internet troll. I feel like that's where that comes from.
Well, yeah, the troll under the bridge, and it's like the same thing on the internet. But on the flip side, like that freak can go on the internet dating sites, find himself some big fat cow, go out and bang a bear, you know?
They won't, and they won't.
So that comes down to like, yo, let these bitches lose. Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm
I guess
I'm
so.
just not super caring enough where it's like, yeah, it would be great if a bunch of people that weren't worthwhile didn't have kids. Said it.
It- yeah, true that. Like,
I was at the auction yesterday, and there was this freak of a woman, real weird looking body. She got this dumb look on her face, and this guy was walking around behind her, holding onto the back of his shirt, slobber all over the front, bigger, dumber look on his face, odd lips, lazy eye. Yeah, she shouldn't have had kids.
smelling like shrimp for no reason.
Yeah, it's like she shouldn't have had kids because they come out like that. It's like the first 60 seconds of 300. You throw those fuckers right off the cliff.
Oh man,
That is
what
not
a good movie.
not a
Good
viable
reference, too.
specimen. Yeah, my buddy,
Yeah,
my buddy Matt's never
true
seen
that.
that movie. And it's like, oh, it's like one of the manliest movies ever.
Dude. And it's also manly because, well, not manly, but it's cool because it kind of is based on what happened, what we have on history.
Yeah,
Like,
kinda,
I
sorta.
can't say it's what happened,
Right?
but like
Yeah.
based off stories of what things may or may not have happened, and that's pretty cool.
There was
It's one of
definitely a
those
fight between the
legendary,
Spartans.
like, warrior
Yeah,
stories.
yeah, there was definitely a fight between the Spartans and the
Yeah.
Persian army, and it was at Thermopylae.
Yes,
It's like,
that was
yeah,
well documented.
we know that
and
shit happened.
probably much more of that shit was burned in the library or the burning of Alexandria.
Yeah, the library at Alexandria.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it was also based on a comic book by Frank Miller. And that guy just, like, makes cool looking stuff. And that's why they made such a cool looking movie.
Oh, dude, that movie was awesome. It had
Yeah.
just the right shading and right amount of browns and grays.
Yo, for real, Zack
Like,
Snyder, you need to go ahead and take a look at this. It's the correct amount of gray. Fuck
Yeah,
off,
dude.
guy.
And what's going on with this new Batman movie, dude?
So
Like,
I've heard it's
I don't know
good.
what we're doing on time here, but I'd love to keep going.
Yeah, we're at like
But,
18. Let's just keep it rolling.
Okay, perfect. So, the Batman movie, I haven't seen it, but like it also hasn't been brought to me except for just kind of hearing it on podcasts. Then again, I don't have TV. Like, is it good? Is it worth watching?
So I haven't seen it myself, but I do follow a number of film critics and movie review type things. So I have
What,
seen
like the fucking Rotten Tomatoes?
no. Let's
Hey,
see.
dude, you follow the Rotten Tomatoes?
I didn't know that was a YouTube thing.
Hey, dude, you still fucking having tarot card readings to figure out your future?
No, I use it to figure out my past.
Oh.
Yeah. Drop in the well. So I have heard that The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson, is a pretty decent film. It's
Colin
kind
Farrell's in that motherfucker, dude.
which is
That's the
weird.
Penguin.
Yeah, because he doesn't
would
look
never
like.
guess.
That's what I mean.
No.
Like Colin Farrell's
is it-
handsome. Why not put him in a
So-
like a role where he looks like a Colin Farrell type character?
So, once this movie has been done making all its money, is it gonna come out that that role of him was just with, like, you know, those suits you wear to capture movement?
Yeah,
kinda like the
yeah,
Avengers?
yeah.
And that it actually really wasn't Colin Farrell, but it was CGI Penguin, you know, but with Colin Farrell's voice and maybe a bit
So
of feature.
Arnold
Like,
Schwarzenegger has gone through a process to digitally put an entire 3D scan of his face doing all sorts of stuff. And
that's something I figured Nick Cage would do.
He's recorded like
Nick Cage would do.
Yeah, right. He's recorded tens of thousands of lines of dialogue and just random words, so that Arnold Schwarzenegger could just be like edited into movies. And that's what they did, I think, in one of the most recent Terminator movies. That's how they digitally de-aged him. Is they just took a crazy high def scan of him and then just fucked with a bunch of stuff. So like he can infinitely be in
going now.
And there's no
like super famous people.
Yeah.
Right now have the opportunity because they're super famous and this kind of tech is coming in like deep fake and shit.
Yeah.
Like capture you saying a bunch of different things in a bunch of different ways, which isn't that hard for them to do. And there are computers that can then take algorithms that can match and kind of do auto-tuning, like more sophisticated than they were.
Yeah.
It's, and this shit, dude, like, it's almost the death of film, I feel like.
It's definitely a huge transition in the way that things are produced.
Yeah, and...
like back in the silent movies... I don't know
if it looks good, dude.
It's
like, what do you think?
It's completely different. I can't really watch... like modern,
and I mean by look good, like, do you think this is a good thing for film? Like watching movies, how often do you go and rent a movie on your TV or on your Xbox or go and see a movie? Probably less than you ever have.
Oh
before.
yeah. When I was a kid, I remember getting Netflix back when it was DVDs, and they would send it right to your house.
In the fucking mail.
Yeah, so I would watch 3 or 4 movies a week easily, maybe more. Yeah. I'd watch 2 or 3 movies a night sometimes. I'd get home from the sand mine on a weekend, Saturday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon to Sunday. I would do nothing but like
Old Blue.
Yeah, I'd do nothing but like smoke an ounce of weed in like 36 hours.
Well, I don't know about an ounce, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, if I got my buddies over,
we're over exaggerating.
Yeah. I don't know. It was also that swag too. Thanks again, Leo. But if I watched movies the same way, I wouldn't be able to like do stuff. Like I've got to wash clothes and things. Like that's what I'm gonna do when we finish our podcast. Like I'm gonna go put stuff in the dryer next.
Yep.
But
me too. Actually,
I think that film and the way that movies are made is just very different now than it was before. And like we were alluding to, having it being so heavily computer driven is very different. Like Black Panther, that was a pretty cool movie, but I
thought it was bad.
Well, it was like, I mean, cool as in the way it looked, but it was almost all generated. Like all these Avengers movies and stuff, they're all just done in a computer program. Everybody stands in front of like a green screen, and then boom, it's just all fake behind them. So we're not getting very far from the point where we don't need humans.
Oh, holy shit, I gotta piss so bad.
Well,
so sorry, keep going.
Yeah. There's a lot of, computer-generated movies that we watch already, like WALL-E and stuff like that. Things that are just cartoons. South Park, that's all done through computers now. It's not like people are cutting things up and moving around.
South Park is different, man. That's like a few people doing voiceover and then cut and paste, like, computer animated. Like, they're not actually acting, and that's fucking cool how technology has made it so South Park can do their job better. But, like, actors, they're still getting paid all this money, and they're getting an easier and easier job every year that goes by, essentially. And I stop watching like films that come out unless I know they're going to be good.
I think that it won't be something we see die off. I do feel as though there will be a pretty distinct change in the way that things come out. We'll see more indie movies, things shot on film, and it will still be people doing the job, going out, portraying the role. I don't know if we'll ever get to the point that we can cross the uncanny valley so that generated humans look and act just right.
It's already there. Almost. It's so close.
And I don't think it would be a huge detriment either. In all honesty, I don't really care if there are more actors. Maybe someone just like a modeling agency. You show up, oh wow, this guy's really handsome or this lady's really pretty. Let's go ahead and take scans of them, have them move around, spend a week doing dialogue and shit, and now you've sold your rights to us for $1 million, and now we can do anything we want. Or you
Yeah,
sell
but
it to, $500,000, or you get royalties out of it. I don't.
yeah. I mean, I guess, man.
And then it
I
comes
don't know.
down to
It
the
just
people
seems
behind the
weird.
scenes, like the computer techs and the people writing the scripts and doing the computer modeling and stuff. Those people are going to be making lots more money. They're going to be the people that like are sought after. You don't think of Scarlett Johansson anymore. You think of the guy that made her model look good and sexy in the new film. Oh, you want this guy behind the scenes, this big fat neckbeard fucker.
Which is trash, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Let's switch topic and end on a good note.
Ending on a good note. That's what I told my last girl. So I am really happy to see that it's springtime. Flowers are coming up, buds on the trees and all that beautiful stuff. It's nice, it's warm. If you've been feeling down, y'all out there, go for a nice long walk. Enjoy nature while you can. It won't be here
Yeah, dude.
forever, and neither will you. Be part of the world.